I got started building knives when I was high school age. My grandfather, he was a phenomenal carpenter. He was an amazing fabricator, had a fabrication shop, and was a very talented welder. I became like his little shadow pretty early on. Of course, they lived in Colorado and we lived in Montana, and so when I was away from him, it was always an opportunity for me to try and replicate whatever I had learned hanging out with him in the summer. Blacksmithing was something that I really was drawn to right away. I remember my first knife was with him, and it was out of a railroad spike. Really the thing that I think was the most pivotal in launching my knife company was we were going through this dairy barn that my great-grandfather had built, and I found an antique farrier rasp. So I snatched it up and threw it in the pickup or whatever, and when we came home, I made my dad a knife out of it for his birthday. And I posted some photos of it on Facebook and Instagram, and people just started messaging me, you know, organically, basically, like, hey, saw this knife you made, is there any way that you would make one for me? And I thought that was kind of the thing, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. And then I just woke up one morning and one of my videos had gone viral on TikTok, and the rest is frankly history. I'm always a couple hundred knife orders out. It really just kind of happened overnight like that. You know, it was super organic. It wasn't planned. Because this is a family operation, everybody has been so awesome and supportive, and they're like, hey, yeah, you know, let's work this out. Like, to be able to raise my kids in this lifestyle, I think is irreplaceable. Honestly, especially in this day and age, you know, to do all this fun stuff with my girls and my son and my wife, and there's nothing better to me. I try very, very hard to get everything I possibly can American made. I try to work with, you know, good old American mom and pop shops. You know, truth be told, as far as I'm concerned, there isn't a better made product out there than American made. So I'm building a knife that you're gonna pass on to your son, you're gonna pass on to your daughter, you're gonna pass on to your grandkid. Like, this is a multi-generational heirloom. And I can't do that without utilizing the best materials possible. If you order a knife from Stetson Forge, from the time you place your order, everything is handled, the communication, the whole process is handled completely by these two hands. So I build every knife myself. When it comes to my customers, I don't want anybody touching my knives. If there is something wrong with a knife, I've got to be able to blame myself. And I'm the one that's got to remedy it anyway, so I want to ensure that every part of the process is done in such a way that there are no mistakes. You know, by offering a lifetime warranty for every purchase, that's me telling the customer that I've put everything humanly and scientifically possible into these knives to ensure that they're gonna last. I do a lot of hand sanding. For me, that's my quality control. You know, that's my opportunity to really look the knife over, front to back, down the spine, all of it. Like, people, once they receive the knife, they reach out to me and they say, okay, like, I don't even want to use this thing. And I tell them, look, man, these things they're made to get dirty while looking purty. Right.
Well, I'll sit here and stare at that bottle he left on the wall, and say prayer after prayer